Woke up, lights flash, dice roll, neon glow, heart cold, bang roll. Hit the strip, I ain't playing slow. Stack 'em up, let 'em fall, let's go. Tables high, yeah the stakes run deep. High risk, high reward, time to sleep now. Pit boss watching, I don't give a damn.
Alright, so we are at GVR. Early, so I'm gonna start off at some roulette today. I got a single zero table in the high limit room that is being set up. First time in here. They got a nice bar, some seating areas, they got some bar top machines, and they have yeah, you know, the typical blackjack roulette. And we got a dealer setting up the table. Just gonna start off with 1,000 buy-in. I'll probably play quarters on the numbers and see how it goes. All right.
A few moments later.
Stepped outside for a sec to show the property. Yeah, I did a quick roulette session. Not so good. Yeah, we hit a couple numbers, but couldn't string together that third hit. So yeah, down 1,000 to start. Not terrible considering I was betting up to like 300 per number. But yeah, just have to make it up at the craps table, right? So got some new kicks. So hopefully ooh, nice and cool inside. Nice and cool inside. Alright, last time I was here I just walked up those steps. Today I will take the elevator. I did get a room, but I want to get some food, so we're gonna check out the room later. I'm working with the new host here. He set me up with it's called a Tuscany Suite. Looks huge. It's like 1,500 or 2,000 square feet. And he's setting me up with, I got 350 resort credit. I'm not gonna eat through that. I'm just gonna get some pizza real quick. There's Pizza Rock here. So that'll be my lunch, and then as soon as I finish that, it'll be just in time to start the recording at the craps table. Today, Bluff Bobby, he's gonna be joining me. I don't know if Brandon will be coming as well, but it'll be nice if both of them show up. And I actually want to try this place, but they don't open till later, so we'll see. Alright, so we're gonna head over to Pizza Rock, get a quick bite to eat, and then make some money at craps. So the craps table here is 12 foot, the regular craps, but the crapless is 14. Last time I was here, I played just crapless and got destroyed. So that was not nice. So this time I asked for regular craps, and hopefully we will fare better.
A few moments later.
Alright, explore this Tuscany Suite at Green Valley Ranch with me. It's my first time here. Huge living room. Little wet bar. A little bit of a work area here if you need to do some work. And nothing too fancy, but you know, it's nice, right? Very spacious. I'll look it up. I forget whether it's at 1,500 or 2,000 square foot, but bed isn't as comfy as some of the other hotels, but it'll do. But yeah, very nice. And that's it. I'm out of here. Spent a minute and a half in the room.
A few moments later.
So here is the story that was promised. We will call it the impossible comeback. So this was earlier it was on June 5th. So that day I had gone to Venetian. It's a trip that I had booked way in advance for a reason, and I kind of decided, you know what, I'm getting sick of these dinking and dunking trips, so let me see, let me take a little swing bigger than usual and see what happens. And so I gave it a shot, and whiffed. Gonna just skip over all the details. So I started off at Venetian. I started off actually really good. I was up like 5,000 in the first after my first roll. So that was a really good start. And then I kind of hung out in that area for, I stayed in that range for like almost an hour. And then I went over to the Palazzo side and got on the crabless table and just quickly went south. And I ended up losing all the money that I was up, kept rebuying in, and eventually I lost like $15,000. We were at like 1:32 p.m. I walked across the bridge to the Wynn, and then I lost like 5,000 in less than half an hour. So it's like 3 p.m. and I'm down 20,000 for the day. Great. So I was thinking, I want to mix it up. Where should I go? No matter what, I would have to hit up the ATM or something to get some money. And so some of the things that factored into my decision to go to the Strat. So the Strat, they send these like $5 credit on Lyft. If you take a ride share to the Strat as your destination, then you get $5 credit off the ride. Also, I had $160 free play promo chips to collect. So I said, well, let me go over there. The ATM fee is probably cheaper there than at Venetian or the Wynn, and I have some free play, so let me go over there. So I got over there. I went to the cage. I picked up the chips. Now it's only $160, and it's only good it's a one-time bet. It's not the play until you lose type. But I figure, why not? Let me see if I can convert this into real chips. Maybe I don't even have to hit the ATM. So I took all of the chips to the roulette table. It was packed, but I just squeezed in there because I just need to make one bet. I bet all of it on black. And I stepped back because that's the only bet I have. Wheel spins, and then the ball landed on 31 black. Great. All right, so my promo chips convert into real chips. So I have $160. Then I bet numbers. So I bet $15 per number on 10 of them. And then I had $10 left. I put 10 on the 11th number, and the wheel spins, and the ball landed on black 24, which is one of my numbers, and I have $15 on it. So the 15 pays $525, and my original 15 on the 24, stays. So then now I have a total of $540. So then I take all of that and I bet 50 per number on 10 of the numbers. That's 500, and then I have $40 left. Put 40 on the 11th number. Wait for the ball to spin, and then ball lands on black 22. I have $50 on it. So my $50 now pays $17.50. And I still have that $50 on it, 1800. So I have 1800 in hand. I threw a quarter to the dealer as a tip. I took $17.75 and I took them all to the crapless table. It was mostly full, but a space just opened up on stick right 1, so I took that spot, and I have the chips in hand, so I start playing. I got the dice in like after like 2 shooters. Had a decent roll, like something like 11-12 rolls, but I wasn't hitting my extremes, so didn't make any money. The dice moves on and then makes its way all the way around, and then right before I was gonna be shooting again, a new guy shows up to my right, and he just squeezes in, and that's fine. So the dice go to him, and at first I was like, what the heck, because the guy, he doesn't say anything. He doesn't really speak much English. He's a Spanish speaking person, and without saying anything, he just kind of like leans into my area, as he throws. And okay, fine, he's shooting, so I give him space. I just step back, and then he starts shooting, and starts hitting numbers. So hey, that's fine. I did slide over my chips from the divider that's on the right to the left, right? Because he's getting way too close. I don't want to have to worry about him, touching my chips. So I just did that. But stay out of his way. Keep letting him shoot. Great. I'm not ever going to interrupt the shooter. So yeah. And hey, my man just kept hitting numbers. So hey, I'm not going to complain. In the beginning, not too many extremes, but here and there, once in a while. And so I eventually get all the numbers covered, and I'm pressing, and then he'll throw an occasional hard way. And so one of the bucket list items, is that for gambling, especially at craps, is I've always wanted to take a hard way bet, a full parlay it twice, right? So that means $5 on hard 6 or 8 turns into 50, right? That's the full parlay. And then 50 turns into 500, and then 500 pays 4,500, turns into 5,000. I've only tried it like once or twice before, and I missed. And it's not an easy bet to make, to go from 50 all the way to 500 and then take that risk of just missing. But this day, hey, I started with nothing, right? I started with 160 in promo chips, and I was somewhere, I had something like 2,000-3,000 in front of me, so I went for it. So when he rolled a hard 6, I full parlayed to 50, and then when he hit it again, I full parlayed to 500, and I left it out there. And my 6, the place bet, I think I probably have a photo, so I'll stick that in there. And the 6, I only had like 600 on it. Because, right, we didn't hit the 6 that many times, but I started with $5 on the hard 6, goes to 50, 50 goes to 500, and I might have had 600 on the 6, the place bet, and I left it out there, and bam, Mr. New Guy, he hit the hard 6 again, so that pays 4,500. And I took a short video clip of it, so I'm going to insert that here. I've already posted it as a short and a reel.
Yeah, keep it all the time. Then you block your mind. 975. Yeah, give me a green. He's gonna give me a green. Alright. You got 45? 4,500 and $45. Thank you very much for the two.
Because hey, that was a huge hit, right? Now I asked them, hey, what's the max on the hard weights here? On the hard 6 and 8, it was only max of 600, so I did press to 600. I forget how much I pressed the place bet to, but ended up being an easy 6 next, so I lost the 600 on it. But eventually, like, the roll kept going, so like, we're good. Yeah, that 600, it hit an easy way, so I lost the 600. I think I might have started over. maybe with like 200 or 300 on it. But we kept missing, I think. But I'll come back to that. Actually, the shooter wasn't even on the ATS bonus, but we ended up needing just the 2. And when he finally rolled it, he did have a good amount of money bet on it, right, on the aces, and I think he might have also hopped it. So, right, he got paid a decent amount, but as soon as he got his money, he just colored up and left. And everyone's like, what? No, keep going. Like, right, he's the hottest shooter right now. And he'd been shooting for a good, like, 40 plus minutes, but he was leaving. So we were like, no, come on, stay. And in my like broken Spanish, I was like, trying to tell him like, stay. And also, you know what, along the way, I've been tipping this guy, right? Especially when he hit that hard 6 for me, right? So I paid him like 300 already, and like I'm like, come on, man, like, but like he made his money, and he, for whatever reason, he took off, and a couple other guys like colored up and left too. So I was like, okay, well, I'm the next person up, so I inherit the dice. And the dealer asked, the stickman asked, like, all right, do you want the same dice or do you want all the dice? I said, no way, keep the same dice. These are the hot dice. We're not changing a thing. So I inherit the dice, and I kept rolling, and I actually kept the roll going. I rolled probably another like 12 times or so, and along the way I rolled the 6 an easy way, and I pressed it up, and I pressed it up to, by this point I had the 6 pressed up to 2400, and I threw 500 on the hard 6 and rolled, and then I rolled a hard 6 for myself. So the 2400 place bet pays 2800, and the 500 once again pays 4500. So wow, from having never hit a hard way bet at that level, right? I've never hit, I think the most I've ever hit on a hard way was like 300 on it before, but I've never hit any other hard ways with 500 on it. And not only once, right? I hit it twice now, and the first one was, the guy who showed up and just left. The first one, I full parlayed twice, and the guy hit it for me. And then second time in the same day, I rolled it myself. So, wow, right? So just from those 2 hard 6 hits, that's $9,000 from the hard ways that I collected. So yeah. Eventually 7'd out, and just looking back, I had like 10,000 in active bets across the table. But you know what? This time I really didn't regress much, and I just left it out there. Why? Because we had hit the ATS, not huge. I only had 15.5 on it, right? But I hit those hard ways, and when I colored up, I had 24,000 in the rack. Even though I lost 10,000 out there, I had 24,000. And again, the craziest part of it is that all of that started with $160 in one-time bet promo chips, right? I did not hit the ATM. I was down $20,000 in about, 4.5 hours, earlier in the day. I showed up at the Strat around like 3:30 p.m. and I collected those promo chips, hit 3 numbers at the black, and then number at roulette, came over to crapless, and then just caught the right roll at the right time, and I ended up covering my 20,000 loss, and ended up being up 4,000 and change for the day, and it was like 5 p.m. So yeah, that's why I say that's the impossible comeback. But it happened. So yeah, there it is. Every once in a while, yeah, something like that does happen, and that's why we gamble, right? That's why we take that risk, because it can happen. Now, how do I skip that losing part and go straight to the winning, right? Because if I had not lost 20 earlier in the day and just booked the $24,000 win, that'd be another story, but maybe next time. All right. So we just hit ATS, but the real bonus is I got all of this from a $160 free play. Started with $160 free play. So just wrapping things up. So yeah, the Tuscany Suite at GVR, it's very reminiscent of the Bellagio Penthouse Suite pre-renovation. I think a lot of it has to do with the spacing and the decor. But yeah, definitely not a bad thing. GVR is a very nice property. So I posted some of the GVR footage already. I have quite a bit from both GVR, and so now I have recording permission at the Strat as well. So after GVR I went to the Strat. So overall from that day I think I have about 3, maybe a little over 3 hours worth of footage. So yeah, there's a lot of editing to be done, so I'll be working on that. And I'm glad that I was able to make that impossible comeback from $160 free bet chips into 24,000, right? Ridiculous. Yep. So hopefully I'll get caught up with all the video edits soon, and I will also have some additional material, new sessions coming up. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for following, supporting. Please like and subscribe. Every comment, engagement, all of that helps. So all right, thanks everyone. Take care.
Woke up, lights flash, dice roll, neon glow, heart cold, bang roll. Hit the strip, I ain't playing slow. Stack 'em up, let 'em fall, let's go. Tables high, yeah, the stakes run deep. High risk, high reward, time to sleep now. Pit boss watching, I don't give a damn. This my city, bet it all, man. Yeah, I'm a Vegas day tripper. High stakes, I ain't no quitter. Throwing bones, let 'em fly. One more roll, one more try. Oh, Vegas, you don't know me. Just passing through, you can't hold me. Living fast, no regrets, no debt. I'm a dead tripper. Cut the check. Hard ways hit, let it ride. Feel alive in your lights, but when the sun starts creeping high, I'm gone. Don't ask why. Bellagio bright, big bets, big life, keep it tight. One roll, one night. Aces hit again, yeah, run that back. In the city, who counting stacks? Pit boss stress and watch my hands. Too much heat, change the plans. Wind calling, golden shine. But luck in Vegas don't last no time. Yeah, I'm a Vegas day tripper. High stakes, I ain't no quitter. Throwing bones, let 'em fly. One more roll, one more try. Oh, Vegas, you don't know me. Just passing through, you can't hold me. Living fast, no regrets, no debt. I'm a dead tripper. Cut the check. Hard ways hit, let it ride. Feel alive in your lights, but when the sun starts creeping high, I'm gone. Don't ask why. I seen when it's turned to ghosts, lost in the night. Stacked too high, thought they'd never lose sight. But Vegas don't love you, just loans you a dream. Take too much, it'll snatch back everything. Watch the old timers still chasing the high. Empty hands, but that hope won't die. Told myself, nah, that won't be me. But damn, that gambler's life still calling me. Oh. Oh, Vegas, you don't know me. Just passing through, you can't hold me. Living fast, no regrets, no debt. I'm a dead predator. Cut the check. Hard ways hit, let it ride. Feel alive in your lights, but when the sun starts creeping high, I'm gone. Don't ask why. Vegas don't change, man. Only the players do. Some walk away, some fade away, and some They stay till they got nothing left. Not me though, I know the game, I take mine. And I leave till next time.